Welcome back to Music Wednesday with one of our old friends, Butch.
Yeah, I've noticed a theme. We seem to be running through folks that have been with us before when we were doing it at the paper. So welcome back. Glad to have you back. Butch Ross.
Nice to be in the new location.
The new location. And
Chattanooga Public Library. Thanks, Dynamo Studios, and everybody who helps us out. It is a teaching facility, so we've had teenagers and some younger kids tell us what to do here.
8 and 9 year olds.
Yeah.
Glad you said it that way.
It's like being at home.
We're going to do it a little differently today. I'm kind of excited about it. Butch is going to play a couple of songs live, but he also brought some tracks. You're a producer, so he brought some tracks from people who have been in here. We're going to hear one of yours. We're going to hear one of Hera Papers. We're going to hear one of Ryan Oyers, right?
Oyers,
So
right.
That's
pretty cool. So
we know all those
we
folks.
know all those guys very well.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a little different. We'll figure out how to make that work. But first,
Be fun.
we're going to hear you play something, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll play a little tune. This is my attempt to write a love song, a sweet love song.
Oh.
But it turns out I'm kind of a smart aleck. So it's called All I Need Is You. All I need is you and my car and maybe my guitar and the amp I bought at 16 to amplify the 6-string that I used to write the tune that lured you to my room and became your favorite song. I played those 4 chords all night long, and all I need is you is how it went. I had some money that got spent on a demo that I made for you to play while I'm away. It's true, it got picked up by a country star who heard it in a country bar, and it tugged his lonesome heart. His version shot straight up the charts, and all I need is you is how it goes. Now it's the one everybody knows. It bought this house and swimming pool, the DVD and TV I need to. You see us on some Sunday morn where we sit in the shade. The cypress trees sway in the breeze while we sip lemonade. And it's an ideal moment now, but even roses have to fade. And if all this should go away, and it will, you know, someday I'd have you, and that's enough. But if I could keep some of this stuff, that'd be cool. Yeah, that would rule. All I need is you.
Well, it sounds like you're familiar with relationships and when they evolve, I guess is a nice way to put it.
That's funny.
And you should never give their stuff back. I mean, come on.
Keep the stuff you need.
They just say that because they want to see you. Yeah.
You've got, before we get into playing the tracks, you do a whole lot of things. So let's take a minute and talk about some of that. Because to be honest, what we had, you were coming in with Annie today because you guys are working on a project together.
That's correct.
Like everyone else in Chattanooga, she's under the weather.
Right.
So we're going to reschedule.
It is the weather, why people are under the weather.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we will definitely reschedule. And you have another partner with you. Tell everybody what instrument you're playing.
This today is the ukulele.
Ukulele,
I'm primarily known
folks.
around town really as the mountain dulcimer player, and that's still the first love. In fact, I leave for a tour of Florida starting tomorrow.
Very, so jealous.
And yeah, Florida in the winter, what a concept. But I've been playing more and more ukulele, and I wanted to do some stuff with the ukulele. So I've been working on I've been producing a bunch of stuff, but I've also been working on my own ukulele-based record, which ironically, being in this great studio, I'm doing almost entirely on my iPad.
Interesting
Oh, nice.
technology.
Yeah.
Last time you were with us, which a couple years ago, you had that amazing pedal board with, you were doing loops and all kinds of things. But you're doing several producing projects too, though.
That's correct. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only yours, but
Well, I've been working. I've been producing my own stuff forever, and I've also been working for several years now with Ryan Oyer.
Right.
And
So nice guy.
and Ryan and I have been working on and off on his new record, and then also been working with Hera Paper, who is a classical composer.
Really talented
And then,
woman.
Yeah, and then the kids record with Annie.
Yeah.
So
all right. Well, let's do this. We're gonna hear one of your songs that you're
yeah,
working
well,
on.
we play Humanism from the Ukulele record. Which,
Okay. So got to put
We're all
on
gonna put headphones on so we can hear it.
these bad boys. They're
which
big.
is a cover. You'll actually recognize this as a theme to a late night television show.
Okay. How long have you been working on this?
On and off about a year. So I think I started in February.
And to clarify, all three of these you're doing on your iPad, or you doing?
No, just the
Okay.
ukulele record because it lets me record in remote locations. And there's a bunch of reasons that are actually kind of boring.
Jeez, Barry.
But
I love this
You
geeky
wouldn't
stuff.
But
understand.
the
The nerd stuff I like.
some of the Hera stuff I've done with the iPad, but mostly on my home studio. With the Ryan stuff, it's mostly out of my home studio. Although we have tracked some stuff in the library
over here.
too. Yeah.
All right. So Ethan, if you'll play that first one, please. It's cool. What made you want to do that one?
I just like the song, and it sat nice on the instrument. You know, it's got some fun. I don't remember how it goes. Fun chords like. I really like one of the things I like about the ukulele is you can get these kind of like odd sounding, dissonant little chords.
Right.
That kind of stuff, which you don't normally associate with the ukulele. I like with all of my instruments.
So I associate the ukulele. It's very stereotypical with like Hawaii or
Right.
something like that. I'm sure a lot of people do. But that sound, like you said, was more of a night vibe. What I was just listening, so I wasn't thinking about what show it was. What show was it?
Oh, the Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Oh, okay. That's
So-
late.
Late, yeah,
I
not
gotta
the
get
late.
up with
That's
my kids.
James Corden,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like the show, but mostly I just like the tune. You know what I mean? And when I like a song, I like to just explore it. You know, learn the song as a way of exploring what it is and where it's coming from. So. And so there's original stuff, songs that I've written, and both singing and instrumental on this new record. But then also things like that, where I'm just trying to do. I mean, just what weird direction can I take this instrument in? So
One of these, obvious questions maybe, or silly questions, which is fine. I don't mind asking it, but it's what we do in here. You're a hammer dulcimer, or you're a dulcimer player, you're what you're known for. Does playing the ukulele push you in a different direction when you're writing and recording?
Yeah, anytime you switch instruments, and the one feeds the other. So I get ideas from this. I get ideas from this that then, but because I'm playing this, it'll make me answer questions in a way that I wouldn't think to answer in my mountain dulcimer. Yeah. And then I can go back to mountain dulcimer and go, oh, this is.
Tell everybody what a mountain dulcimer is.
It's a 3-string instrument that you hold on your lap like this, and you play it. It's got it looks like a stretched out violin, sort of, and it's an Appalachian folk instrument. So, really, one of the few instruments that can be rightly called an American invention. There are predecessors in Europe, especially Scandinavia, for some reason, but our instrument is so different from that I think it deserves to be called an American invention. So.
Oh, so complicated. I mean, playing any instrument is so difficult for somebody like Barry or I.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we really appreciate
Well, the great thing
That's why
about
I'm asking my question is I wonder if you've written I've heard people say I was trying to write a country song, but it kept coming out blues or vice versa. And
Right.
I don't understand that. I mean, conceptually I do, but
Right.
reality I don't.
Well, I think there are certain kinds of songs that I would write on a ukulele that I wouldn't write on a dulcimer because of the dynamics of it, the timbre of the instrument. This
The
instrument.
what of the instrument?
The timbre, just the overall
Just the
tone of it. So I would more likely to do something that goes. Something that has that kind of a vibe to it, wants to be played on this kind of an instrument in a way that you wouldn't do that on a mountain dulcimer. Now, on the mountain dulcimer, I'm not playing traditional stuff there either, really, but it's informed.
See, I think of a banjo like that too. The banjo just seems to lend itself to certain things.
Or a violin.
Then you got a guy like Bela Fleck who blows that all up. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I love about it, though. That I started out as a guitar player.
And that's more versatile, right?
Yeah, and so I think I thrive on the limitations of the instruments. The so-called limitations of the instruments.
Yeah.
I think when you create limitations on anything, that spurs creativity. It's why you can never get a writer to turn things in early. They need that deadline.
Yeah. Kind of.
No, I need that deadline.
Well, to the deadline.
Yeah.
To
I
the
need that
deadline.
Because you need the pressure to create to
Yeah,
spur the
best
creativity
definitely.
that makes
Always.
the thing happen. And it's the same with playing a quote unquote limited instrument.
That's why I'm always late, you guys. Yeah, my creativity. Well, let's hear something
All right,
else.
yeah. What's the next one? Is this Hera or Ryan? I don't remember.
Let's go ahead and play Ryan. I've been working with Ryan, like I said. Also, we started right about the same time. I've been working with Ryan since Metamorphosis, so that's this is his 5th album, so I've been working with him on and off. Well, I've been somewhat involved with everything he's done, but this is one where we've really just. I'm really excited about it. We sat down where he played the songs to me on a guitar, and we tweaked those, and then we brought the band in, and we made band arrangements, and then we recorded the band, and that sort of thing. And with Ryan, what's great about this particular record is that Ryan's a singer-songwriter, but for the better part of the last couple of years, he's had a stable band. So.
And he goes solo too. I look forward to seeing him if he's going to play again at the West End. I saw him there all the time last spring and summer. They have a cool outdoor area, and they always have musicians.
The track that we heard, to go back a little bit, is that all you playing, or are there other people?
No, that's all me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are the guys on this one? Do you know? I'm going to put you on the spot like that, but I always it makes mamas happy if we can name everybody.
No, it's Mike Salter on drums.
Good.
I'm actually playing guitar, the lead guitar. Ryan singing, playing guitar. Nick Lutzko's on there playing guitar. And then I'm going to forget all their names, but Stephanie Brooks is his violinist and violist, and she put together a string section. So that's going to be Stephanie, Jessica Nunn, Hannah Kuhn, and Kelsey Crabtree.
Yeah.
So that's the string section, and then Mike McDade's playing bass. Mike Salter's playing drum. Actually, Mike Soldier's playing drums, Mike McDade and Danimal Pinson are playing bass, and I actually
So
recorded them both
many
and edited them
talents.
together.
I'm glad I asked because
So
there's so
many.
many. And
Mike McDade does a great Neil Young.
It's one of the things we keep surprising ourselves or being surprised about doing this is how many talented people there are in town.
know.
And
Yeah.
how much collaboration and all of that. So
And they're
Yeah.
playing everywhere. Seems like I saw a bunch of them. Maria Sable, Tyler, say his last name.
Martelli,
Yeah, at a Wanderlinger for his birthday.
he seems
and
to
there
be
was
everywhere
Danimal.
too. Him
It's
and
really cool.
Danimal are everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Ethan, you ready to play Ryan Oyer?
Little Bird.
Little
This
Bird.
one.
I remember this. I think is this new? This is new. It sounds like a title of one of his songs.
Little bird, I was still learning to fly. Your song I heard, I saw you set off for the sky. My hummingbird, floating, fluttering. You flew into my world, standing still like a dream. What I really mean is, Chelsea, then where do I begin? Make you see. You opened up the sky for me. Chelsea, then where do I begin? Make you see. Set my heart and soul at ease. So I will spend all of my days attempting to ascend wherever your wings raise. And if I should jump the nest, get these new wings to test. Assuming you acquiesce, so what I mean to say is, Chelsea, then where do I begin? Make you see. You're the reason that I breathe. Chelsea, then where do I begin? Make you see. You opened up the sky for me.
That's good.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So this is also the other thing about working with Ryan on this particular project is, I think this might be the strongest bunch of songs that he's done. So
Yeah.
it's really great. Just I mean, my job has actually gotten easier because when the material is so
they are.
strong, it's like cooking. If you have good ingredients,
Yeah,
you don't have
sure.
to do a whole lot. So that's been the case here. Is really staying out of the way.
That's
in
nice.
some
We
ways.
should have him back in soon.
Yeah, we'll have to have him back. Listen to more of this. And then the next one is with Hera.
Yes.
And so this is classical guitar. Who goes on this one?
No, you're just going to hear Hera on this one. This project started as a solo. Well, Hera writes her own material. So what you're going to hear is a song that she actually wrote, but she's classically trained, and so what this started as was me. She wanted me to record her and then just kind of add whatever else I heard, like sort of my sound to it. But in the middle of that process, we lost Hunter White, and so Corey French from The Fridge has started to take her songs and add words and other music to it, to make these whole other things
Right.
that are really exciting. And you can see that stuff's all up on Facebook, on Corey's page and on Hera's page, as they come out. So I'm not sure where this is going just yet, because it's been, but what we got so far, I'm really excited about. So this is Skipping Stones.
So this one's way different than anything else because it's basically her vision completed, and then your vision on top of her vision completed, and now Corey's taking it a whole new.
Well, sort of. Corey moved it in another direction before I ever got a chance to.
And
put
that's not
my
what we're
stuff
hearing.
on.
We're going to hear.
You're just going to hear the basic.
Right. But because the three of you are not working on what Corey's working on, right? It's all the three.
It's all very
individual.
different. Yeah.
That's
It's
an
much more of a
interesting idea.
It's much more of a collaborative. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, because no one's in the room,
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just passing it around,
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean.
seeing what
Maybe
you
like
get
me
back.
drawing part of a piece, and then you adding to it, and
Kind of like what was that kid Telephone, where you'd whisper
The
something?
telephone game.
Yeah.
That goes
Exactly.
around a lot in this city.
interesting. All right, Ethan, you ready?
part of it.
That's a dulcimer.
That's my no, it's classical guitar.
Not you on dulcimer on top?
No, that's just
Wow.
just a
Very.
solo track.
Really losing it today.
I'm out of it.
That's what's
swear
been
it's
fun
not
about
like-
this with all of these projects too, is that like with Harrow, that was recorded at the auditorium at the Mountain Arts Community Center up on Signal. So we're actually using
Why
the
am I not
room,
in there?
and then the strings that we did when we did for Little Bird were recorded at this church over on the consecrated church over on Dodds Avenue.
Nice.
And so it's been fun for me to record in these different places, different locations, and then especially with like Hera, like genres of music that are not necessarily what I'm expert at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We don't need these anymore unless you guys
Oh,
just like the way they look.
yay.
Well, now that my hair is already messed up, I thought.
All right. Well, yeah, that's an interesting using the city like that.
Yeah. And that's where the advantage of, again, not. There are great sounding spaces in the city, and then there are places like this.
Right.
So one of the other things we really wanted to do with Ryan's record, and I know I'm jumping all over the place topic-wise, but one of the things we really wanted to do with Ryan's record was get guys in the room. He has a band now. Let's get the band in the room, and let's get, the sound of that happening, So one of the great advantages of having a place like this is we did that. We set up the bass and the drums, and
Yeah, you can control it.
you can control it, but you also get that same experience when it's because I can tell you from spending hours and hours and hours on my iPad, like it's awesome that like I've literally recorded parts of this record sitting in parking lots at rest stops. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
But you never ever get the same vibe that you get when you have four guys in a room looking at each other. You know?
Definitely. I know.
So-
There's still something about being in person with people in anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the actual miles that just the energy that the other people have of being in the room with them
Feeding off
creates.
each other.
I know. I always think like with actors when they're doing those animation movies my kids watch and stuff, when they're just in a booth by themselves and having to like get that energy going without anybody else or
Right. Well,
any
that's why
environment.
they do them. That's why they record the vocal, the audio before they do the visual, because you can get
React
4
to
or
it,
5
yeah.
guys with microphones in a
Yeah.
room like we're doing right now and get energy and things happening. And then those people are acting to each other. It's just that later they become a rabbit or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's cool.
All right. Well, you're going to play one more for us?
Sure. One more from the Uke record. This is
The uke.
Louis Armstrong's song.
Oh, cool. What a wonderful world. I
What a
was waiting
nice
for Barry to
choice.
cry.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was
Thinking
waiting to
about
see a
it.
tear.
What a nice choice. It shows a little more of that versatility.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Versus what we were talking about earlier.
And
doesn't
what you
it?
can do with the instrument that's
Exactly.
unexpected, but it sits right there too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's really cool. Butch, thank you so much.
my absolute pleasure.
Thank
Educational and
you.
entertaining.
Yes, that's what we're looking for here at the public
The
library.
public library. We learned something. And we had a good time.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Thanks for having me. It's good
Thanks
to be
so
here.
much.
And people can check you out where?
ButchRoss.com, Butch Ross Music on Facebook.
You playing anywhere
basically.
soon? Facebook, all social media, just type in Butch Ross.
Yeah, I'll be at the West End on the 14th, 16th, whatever that Saturday is.
Okay.
That's my next local show.
What time?
6 to 9.
Okay, cool.
So I'll be up in the Sky Bar. And then, I'll be in Lakeland, Florida
That's
tomorrow.
where I'm from.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be in Lakeland.
Polk County.
And
Where?
Melrose. Swan Brewing.
Wow, that must
It's
be new.
It's a new place, yeah.
That's really exciting for Lakeland. So it's in the downtown, I take it?
Yeah, and then I also play. I do the farmers market. So I've done that
So you've been to Lakeland?
several
Wow.
times. Yeah.
Wow, I know that they're using Chattanooga as a model for growing things. So that's really cool. Good to
Yeah.
hear.
It's a
Lakeland,
neat town.
Florida. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Butch.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Small world.